Welcome to the energizing world of Sun Chlorella and a lifetime of natural health, cleansing, and revitalization. I'm Kenneth King. In the next few minutes, you're going to hear about the wonderful cleansing benefits of Sun Chlorella, what it is, how it works, and why it is known worldwide as an amazing energy-boosting superfood. To ensure success, remember to follow a consistent program. Always take your Sun Chlorella with a meal because nutrients work better together. Keep your Sun Chlorella close at hand. Taking Sun Chlorella should become a daily habit. Keep it where it will provide a constant reminder to take it. Always take your daily recommended serving of Sun Chlorella. Because Sun Chlorella is a whole natural food and is new to your body, you start off gradually taking 5 tablets per day after a meal. Then, during the second week, increase the amount to 10 tablets a day with a meal. In the third week, take 15 tablets a day, the recommended adult serving. Be consistent. To be effective, Sun Chlorella should be taken every day. The longer you use the product, the more benefits you'll get. And above all, be patient, as the cleansing, revitalizing benefits of Sun Chlorella enhance your natural health-boosting system and energize your life. Your hosts for this brief information-packed program are Health Innovations' May Duncan and Dr. William Kellis, a noted author, radio personality, and one of our nation's top experts in natural health and healing. So sit back, relax, and begin your journey to increased energy, health, and revitalization.
What is Sun Chlorella?
By definition, it is a single-celled algae. Now, what does that mean? The entire world lives off the food chain, but you eat the things that you eat, and then you have to support the bad stuff going through the body, and this is where the superfoods like Sun Chlorella really help. It's this cell wall, and it has to be broken down, and when it's broken down, the cell wall can absorb the poisons and absorb things that build up in our body, just natural waste byproducts of eating, fermentation and putrefaction that happen in the body, and they escort it out of the body. So what's that do? That allows the body to get the nutrients, and it gives the inside of the package, which is what the entire food chain lives off of, which is the RNA and DNA that feeds the cells. And that's also in things like Sun Chlorella and the rest of the superfoods.
Chlorella dates back over 2 billion years to the Precambrian age. It is a single-cell microscopic algae that lives in a freshwater environment. It was the first form of life on Earth with a well-defined nucleus of between 3 and 8 microns. It resembles a beautiful tiny green sphere. Despite enormous environmental changes, this tiny green sphere has survived over 2 billion years to the present day. Its survival is largely due to its strong cell wall structure and capacity for rapid propagation. Chlorella divides into 4 new sections every 20 to 24 hours. At the end of the 19th century, chlorella was discovered by Dr. Baleen in Holland. Chlorella's name is derived from the Greek words chloros, which means green, and ella, which means small. Chlorella has often been referred to as a future food due to its rich, well-balanced nutritional properties. It contains amino acids and various vitamins and minerals, as well as a 50% protein content. Chlorella also contains a physiological activating substance known as chlorella growth factor, or CGF, which promotes the invigoration of human cell structure. Because chlorella contains so many substances necessary for the maintenance of good health, it was soon referred to as a health food. There was one major drawback. Chlorella's strong cell wall made digestibility very difficult. However, the Sun Chlorella Corporation succeeded in developing a method to break down the cell wall, thus doubling its previous peptic absorption rate.
Dr. Kellis, where do toxins come from?
Well, they're ubiquitous. They come from everywhere. They come from the tailpipe of your car. You get isocyanates and benzene and things that are carcinogenic. They come from diesel cars, and a lot of people get headaches and things after that. Or they come from pesticides, herbicides, or they just come from the dental work and the things inside of you. Some women are allergic to their inexpensive earrings. That's a sign of nickel toxicity and allergy, the same stuff they use in the dental work. So the reality is they come from everywhere. The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Our modern factory is over 300,000 cubic meters. Previous culturing methods for sun chlorella were thoroughly re-examined here, and new techniques were implemented. This factory now produces an annual capacity of 300 tons. The Sun Chlorella Group searched worldwide for the best location for its chlorella culturing factory. They looked at many countries, including the west coast of America, northwestern Australia, and Hainan Island in China. After more than 5 years, they finally chose to establish the culturing factory in Pasuruan, Indonesia, on the island of Java. Java is located right on the equator, and it receives the strongest solar energy on Earth. Its climate is stable, with the highest temperatures at around 34 degrees and the lowest at around 22 degrees Celsius. Despite low precipitation, the area is a rich source of mineral water that runs down from the surrounding mountains, some of which are 3,000 meters high. Java offers perfect conditions for the culturing of chlorella: forests, fields, and stable temperatures with no danger from typhoons.
What happens when toxins invade our body?
Well, when they invade the body, you then have to figure out a way to escort them out of the body. Just like if you had somebody come into a dance who was there to cause fights and things, you'd get a bouncer and they'd escort them right through the place. Well, that's what sun chlorella is really good at, because of the porous outside exterior layer. They'll actually grab onto these and sort of handhold with these things and take them right through the body and deposit them, so they don't get to damage the cells and get into the body.
What can we do to fight off the effects of these dangerous elements?
Well, first thing we do is we find out what's causing it, and then we get rid of the problem and then cleanse our body so it doesn't come back. Then we do things like exercise to keep all of our systems moving properly, working synergistically, working our lymph flow, working our skin to release, working our breath, all the things it takes. And we make sure we're not constipated, where we don't back up in all these toxic wastes. And then we eat the right foods so we don't toxify ourselves by the food we eat. And the foods we can eat would be like low fermenters, like low amounts of sugar, low saturated fats that gunk up the works. And essentially it's like putting the key into the body and breaking it off so you can't get the right key in. And get more essential fatty acids, the things that are healthy, that help our lymph to work and cleanse our body. That's what we should do.
Thanks to this amazing breakthrough in the chlorella production process, Sun Chlorella A came into existence. Sun Chlorella A received a patent and is now being evaluated worldwide as the ideal health food. Let's look at its manufacturing process, from culturing through to marketing. The first step is to gather only pure chlorella from various algae and plankton collected from natural freshwater sources, and then to extract pyrenodosa, a nutritious substance which contains a high level of CGF. This is the structure of pyrenodosa. Various kinds of chlorella are produced today, but most manufacturers find the extraction of pyrenodosa costly and inefficient, so their products don't contain it. Even though it is inefficient to produce pyrenodosa, the Sun Chlorella Corporation has included it in its products since we first began production. We believe that in order to improve people's health, we must provide only the highest quality product. Then, chlorella's purity is thoroughly checked by changing the temperature of the slant medium. only the highest quality chlorella stock is chosen for mass culturing. These high-quality stocks are then transplanted into fresh medium and put in a cooler for preservation. The chlorella is then placed in small flasks containing a culture solution from the slant medium. Carbon dioxide is added to the flasks, which are then kept under fluorescent lighting at a stable temperature for 24 hours. As the chlorella concentration increases, the solution is moved to larger and larger flasks, from 100 cc's to 1,000, and then to 2,000 cc's. Stock cultivation is accelerated by using a culture shaking machine. In order to produce as much stock as possible, a 10-liter jar fermenter, and sometimes a larger-sized automatic jar fermenter, is used.
What role does sun chlorella play in helping the body fight off the dangerous effects of toxins?
Well, the superfoods like sun chlorella are super at feeding the nutrients that help you process this high-calorie diet, the standard American diet, the SAD diet that we have. And what it does is as you process that, you can get rid of the things that build up, the poisons from the byproduct of food. In other words, if you eat food and you put out toxins from the cell, it escorts those toxins out of the body just like it does the others. It also feeds the cell to get rid of it. So superfoods are like the turbocharger on a well taken care of lifestyle.
When the concentration is high enough, it is placed into a round culturing pool outside the factory. In order to increase the benefits of chlorella, various nutrients are added to the culture solution, which is continually monitored to ensure the highest quality. Under strong sunlight, the stock is cultivated by photosynthesis and stirred continuously for 24 hours. As the concentration of chlorella becomes higher, it is transferred from a 4-meter pool to an 8-meter pool. After confirming the chlorella concentration in the pool, it is then poured into the production pool to maximize the culturing process. These 16 round concrete pools are about 36 meters in diameter and have a depth of 30 to 40 centimeters. Chlorella is cultivated using only the highest quality mineral water. Usually, chlorella divides into 4 every 20 to 24 hours. But in the Indonesian climate, it increases at double speed. To ensure the best conditions for cultivating chlorella, the stock is regularly checked for temperature, pH, and concentration level. The chlorella is collected when the concentration in the production pool reaches maximum level. As the chlorella liquid is pumped up from the pools, a large strainer and 2 kinds of revolving filters eliminate any unnecessary particles. Next, the chlorella is repeatedly washed and dehydrated in the centrifuge. Eventually, it will contain a concentration of 10 to 16% pure chlorella. This process uses 2,000 tons of mineral water daily. The wash chlorella is kept in a tank at a temperature under 5 degrees Celsius so that it won't putrefy before the next step in the process. During this procedure, the concentrated chlorella is completely inspected for the highest quality. Chlorella's main disadvantage is its low digestibility rate due to its strong cell wall structure. However, our company, Sun Chlorella Corporation, solved this problem by using a unique and patented technique called the Dynamill crusher. This original patented process uses no chemicals, enzymes, or heat treatment. The Dynamill process does what was once thought impossible. That is, break down the strong microcell walls. Now, let's look at what happens during the Dynamill process. This is a microscopic picture of chlorella before the cell walls have been broken down. And this is a picture of Sun Chlorella A after the cell walls have been broken down. Now you can see the cell walls completely broken down. This is a test list comparing the artificial digestion rate of general chlorella with Sun Chlorella A. Sun Chlorella A is twice as digestible as general chlorella. The Sun Chlorella Corporation then took out a patent on the cell wall disintegration treatment in Japan, as well as in the United States. Steam heating chlorella makes the chlorophyllase activity decrease. This treatment is an important process in preventing the increase of phenylphorbite. It is then cooled to a stable temperature to maintain its quality, and from there it goes to the drying process.
Now, who should take Sun Chlorella?
I guess the question really goes, who shouldn't be taking something like Sun Chlorella? Anybody who doesn't have any interaction with toxins, anybody who's not part of modern society, anybody who eats the pure food and the diets that have kept from the beginning of time to now, they don't really necessarily need Sun Chlorella. But I've never met anybody like that, so I would say everybody else needs something like Sun Chlorella and the superfoods to offset the standard American diet and lifestyle.
Yeah. How long should it be taken?
My feeling is you make this a part of your day-to-day life from here on.
The chlorella concentration must be handled at low temperatures and dried as quickly as possible, because raw chlorella rapidly putrefies. Spray dryers are the best way to dry chlorella. It is then sprayed into hot air by atomizers, which dry it instantaneously, thereby avoiding any damage to the concentration. Chlorella powder is a vivid green and smells like green tea. The dried chlorella is very stable and can remain at its original potency for up to 5 years if maintained in cool, dry, dark conditions. After the drying process is completed, the Sun Chlorella A powder is carefully checked by lot. Qualified inspectors check the quality of chlorella and the Sun Chlorella A powder in this laboratory. Here, we have all the measuring equipment necessary for inspection and research procedures. It goes without saying that we measure and inspect all effective ingredients: protein, amino acids, various vitamins, minerals, and CGF. We also inspect for heavy metals, theophorbyte, general bacteria, and colon bacillus. Chlorella A powder that has passed all inspections is then piped automatically into the tablet making machine. Chlorella A is a very fine powder. In order to make it easier to ingest, it is granulated and made into tablets in our high-tech factory. This process is based upon good manufacturing practice, or GMP. This automatic machine, set to a stable temperature and hermetically sealed, manufactures 200 milligram tablets. This machine can manufacture 2,000 tablets per minute. The Chlorella tablets are checked every 10 minutes for weight, any heavy metals, theophorbyte, and bacteria. Any inferior tablets are removed at this point. Tablets which pass the final inspection are divided and packed automatically. At the same time the packages are heat sealed, they are stamped with the lot number. The packages are checked for weight by the auto checker, and any short weight packages are removed. Finally, they are placed in sturdy cardboard boxes, and a leaflet with full care instructions is added. On the side of the box, expiry dates are stamped with the jet printer. Now, the process for the manufacture of Sun Chlorella A is completed. The weight of each product is checked again, one by one, by the auto checker, and then recorded to ensure the weight of all products is uniform.
What long-term benefits can someone taking Sun Chlorella expect?
Well, I'm not big on expecting anything. I'm big on appreciating everything I get. The reality is everybody's going to respond differently.
Do you recommend Sun Chlorella for your patients?
Well, you know, not only did the biological dentistry group that told me about it have it as part of their protocol, but we have it as part of our written protocol for the patients, especially when we're taking out mercury fillings or we're dealing with chemicals and things like sauna detox to get rid of the chemicals that they've got stored that are causing them problems. So we constantly use it and recommend it around here.
Do you take Sun Chlorella?
Well, I believe in superfoods. I take them personally, and I recommend Sun Chlorella and the superfoods for all of our patients.
You've just heard how toxins and other dangerous elements can build up and stay in your body for months or even years. And you've learned how Sun Chlorella can help your body cleanse itself, supercharge your system so you feel younger and more energetic, build a layer of protection for your body's defense, and trigger your body's natural revitalizing powers. Don't make the mistake of taking this amazing superfood for just a few days, then giving up. Give your body time to adjust to Sun Chlorella's cleansing support, and give Sun Chlorella time to kick in. Time to help your body cleanse itself and trigger its natural energy-boosting powers. Once again, this is Kenneth King. Thanks for watching.